Okay, everybody, we're rushing in, no delay. I've got two crazy unboxings to do with you today, and we're gonna go right over the table and get right to it. See you there. All right, folks, here it is. The first big opening. We're gonna open it this way just so we can reveal the secret. And there it is. Oh man, everybody, I've been so excited for this when I knew it was coming. Okay, for those of you who don't know, this is actually my credit card with a zero balance. I took this screen cap today and it just, man, I've never been so excited to hold nothing before. This is my credit card I use for video games and for anime and especially for comics, and to see it in this state, in this condition is just incredible. Now, I do feel a little bad. I didn't know which box was in which order, but being that was the credit card, it's going to be pretty obvious what this one is coming next. And oh man, my credit score. I can't even, like, man, you know, when you're a little kid and your parents say, what do you want to do when you grow up? And you tell them, I really want to hit that octopus number. I really want to hit that special hateful 8. I really want to get that 800 credit score. And this couldn't come at a better time, considering we're shopping for a house right now, my wife and I. And so with these, here, let me grab it. With these two pickups together, I just, my collection really is complete. Hey everybody, it's Ricky from All Sorts of Words, and this video isn't like a humble brag or a flex or anything like that. I'm just excited to share this part of my life with this community that I've been growing. I mean, if you think about it, like, how is me being excited about being debt-free for the first time in my life any different than if I were to say, look, I bought this really expensive book off eBay? If I pulled out a couple $100 comic book and showed it off to you and said, look how happy this makes me, would that be any more or less braggy than being excited about something else like this? Because one's a comic book and one's a balance on a credit card, duh. Right, but they are symbiotically related. A few months ago, I made a video about not collecting comic books anymore. Not that I was getting out of my comics, like I was going to round them all up and sell them, but more like I wasn't going to be acquiring new comic books anymore because I wanted to focus on setting aside money for the impending house my wife and I were trying to buy. And it worked. We're currently shopping for our forever home right now, and we have kind of an absurd amount of money in the bank to the point where when we buy our new house and our credit scores are so good and we've been approved for so much money, we're going to be able to buy this house, move in, and still have a significant nest egg savings for when things inevitably, eventually, invariably go wrong with the house. And the spending freeze related to me not buying comic books for the time being had a direct impact on my personal finances, my credit score, and our ability to make all this happen. But to make all this happen, I had to have a really serious conversation with myself about a word that people in this community don't like to talk about very often, and it's called debt. Collectors of all kinds and all walks of life have a pretty unhealthy relationship with debt. And before you get defensive thinking I'm talking directly about you, let me show you a clip of a video that I found on Instagram.
Jesus Christ.
Now, I'm not directly criticizing the creator of this clip. I have no idea what their finances look like. They could be secret millionaires with thousands of dollars stuffed in their couch. But to make my point, I do have to pick on it a little bit. The joke in the video only works if it's relatable. That's how jokes work. It has to be something that you understand at a glance. So for the comic book community to get anything out of this joke, it has to be understandable by every John and Jane Q public. Me, collector, spend money I no have, comedy. The creator of the video may have a completely funded retirement and may just be making a joke about the old life they used to have before they got good with money. But the fact that the video exists and the comedy works really does speak to a dark side of the collecting community. The fact that we spend more money than we have on stuff we don't need. Now, this video isn't meant to shame you, dear viewer. That's not the point. It's not even like a call to action where I'm trying to like sell you on a debt-free lifestyle I just stumbled upon. Just like all my other videos and most of the videos in this comic book space, this is all just an excuse to talk about how I'm feeling. And recently I have felt something pretty profound, and it's this. There's not a single video game, comic book, DVD box set, or Gundam Wing statue that has come into my life and made me feel as fulfilled as this new debt-free existence I've eked out for myself has. Not having this hundreds or even thousands of dollars sitting over my head, this removal of the yoke around my neck has actually made me sleep better. Like I'm actually resting better at night. You see, when I would buy a big sexy comic book with a high price tag, I would feel this euphoric sense of accomplishment, right? Like it's thousands of dollars, but the fact that I can do it, the fact that I've hit a point in my life where I can procure these things I've been dreaming about for years, it hits different. It's this sense that like I've arrived, like I'm a real grown-up, you know what I mean? And you know what? That feeling lasted. I'd put the book on my shelf, and every time I walked by it, I'd get a little boost of that accomplishment all over again. For a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe even 2 months. But inevitably, that feeling would fade. I can still pick up this book and feel the affection for the characters in this story, you know, the things that drew me to it in the first place. But that I did it rush, it does leave. But you know what sticks around? The bill. Ever since I made that last payment on my credit card, though, that feeling of debt-free accomplishment has taken up residence in my heart. I feel lighter. Like there was actual weight on my back that had me staying up all hours of the night on my phone in bed, redoing calculations on my phone's calculator to determine whether or not I had an actual hidden $50 somewhere lost in my calculations so that I could afford one more video game, one more box set, one more variant cover. And I gotta tell you, now that that number has reached zero, there's nothing, no purchase, however small, that is going to get me to put something on that card again. I don't want to mess with that zero balance and enter into those debts, those swipes of the credit card, slowly accruing stuff that I can't put anywhere for the purpose of a momentary fleeting joy of opening another package sent to the house. And I can't make this any clearer. I'm not judging you. If the second you turn this video off, you're going to go back to eBay and start doom scrolling stuff that you want to buy again. I'm not. If you can afford it and you enjoy it, or hell, if you want to keep swiping your credit card, I'm not going to count your pocket. Not my job. Nor am I going to judge you for doing it when I've done the same damn thing in this channel. I've done unboxings and haul videos and all that jazz for sure. I'm just saying that there are higher highs in your life than opening up a big, sexy, dramatic key comic book issue. But there aren't that many lower lows than seeing that balance hit your card the next morning. Love you, bye.
Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow.